What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. Let's talk about The Chi. I'm not all the way caught up on The Chi. I watched episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have not watched episode 5. That's the one from this week or this Sunday that just passed. So I'm just going to give y'all a little brief overview of my thoughts of what's going on, throughout the season. I wrote a whole bunch of notes. They random as hell. So, just walk with me, go with me, flow with me. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we see like Mama Ethel, she in the hospital. Not dead. I thought, Lord, child, because they just beat the lady down, child, just so bad. She's in surgery right now. It's touch and go. This is on episode 2. Toussaint and the white cop, we see that they got a little tension between them two. She, feel like he a shady cop, and, she kind of came at him sideways a little bit, even though he is low-key a shady cop, but he just didn't get, caught in his low-key shadiness, okay, and dirty and no goodness. The 63rd gang is a part of that area, that's their territory, so now they're going through a lot of turbulation. They have a vacuum in leadership is the words that he used. It's going back and forth or whatever. So, and we know that Reggie is the head of the gang for right now. He's the person who has stepped up to be the head of the gang. And then, she tell him he homicide and he needs to stay in his lane while he at her crime scene at X, Y, and Z. So, they got a little tiffy with each other. The truck look good, child. Brandon out here with this truck. Listen, Brandon's whole storyline throughout all these 3 episodes is he out here scratching and surviving. He can't get ahead. He take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, child. I be feeling sorry for him because it's like he can't never catch a break. First, episode 2 is mainly about Jerika trying to get this contract with this woman on this certain side of town, or on their side of town, but it's basically gentrification, but black people gentrification, okay? So just well-to-do, upperly mobile black people moving into an area. Jerika tells the woman that, first of all, Jerika has to, woo the woman into being her client in the first place. So she asked Brandon to dress up, and Brandon, that actor is so New Orleans. Like, he is so New Orleans. He don't even hide it no more, okay? He don't sound like he nowhere near no damn Chicago, okay? He's not that type of guy. He a Southside dude, so he don't want to dress up, but he does all of this to help her get these, land these clients. The woman is familiar with the lady's parents, so they go to a barbecue or something like that that's hosted by an alderman in the city or whatever. So she, shoots her shot. Old girl says yes, and she gives her proposal later, and the woman say, I want to see how you living before I start giving my money to you. So she goes to the house, and of course Brandon cooks this fabulous meal. Y'all ever notice how Brandon to be going above and beyond and extra? Don't get me wrong, I like Jerika most of the time, but sometimes I don't feel like she's equally as supportive of him as he is of her. But I'm saying that, but she did get a nigga money to get that truck. Maybe, maybe I'm wrong. This season, he's been going above and beyond to, help her land these clients and, get this job. So she lands the clients, but, as the woman is leaving out, she said something snide about those people, and, Brandon caught that shade. He was like, oh, those people, I hear what you talking about, I understand what she's saying or whatever. And, Jerika kind of, that just means your cooking is so good, it turned a bougie woman like that, and X, Y, and Z. So later on, Brandon's still trying to catch a break. Like you said, he can't get, he can't never get ahead. He can't never park nowhere because he don't have the permit. But what kills me is that why won't Brandon take one day, make some money, and go get his permit? I know he always be talking about today ain't the day, but when is going to be the day, nigga? Because you going to lose your license. You out here parking with no permit. I'm going to need for you to get that together. He hears about this competition he can get into. I forgot how he heard about it, but he heard about this competition, and him and Jerika was going back and forth about it, or he told her about the competition, and she was like, okay, well, great, you can do it. This is what I'm saying. She was just picking up pillows and shit. I can't tell if it's because she is so confident in him that, she feel like, I don't even know why you tripping. You got this. That's what I'm leaning towards, or it's just I'm so preoccupied with what I got going on, I can't be worried about you and dealing with your feelings. But she does take a moment to stop and encourage him, because the whole time I'm like, girl, the boy just needs some encouragement. All this is a please give me some attention, I need some encouragement, conversation. So she does that. She encourages him. He pump himself up. Later on, he talks to his cousin. His cousin tell him the same thing. Boy, if you don't get out there and work that mouthpiece, okay, just because you need sponsors, just because you need to be affiliated with a school or whatever, go on in there and talk to them people. You can cook. You got the talent. You got this. Believe in yourself is basically what he telling him. Believe in yourself. People, stop saying you can't do something. That's what he does. He go on down. He talks to the people. And at first, it looked like the man wasn't going to let him in. But eventually, he surprises him, and he lets him into the competition. So Brandon is in the competition. The third episode he spends, or the fourth episode he spends, trying to get ready for the competition, and him and Emmett go back with this little thing. Emmett, he wanted Emmett to run the truck for a day and let him park it in front of Sonny's, because you remember they had a fire in Sonny's, which I'll talk about in a second. But he out there, he let him park the truck. Of course, Emmett out there screwing up the taco orders, but he is selling that weave out the back of the truck, and that's making some money. And so once Brandon is pissed, but once he gets back and sees it, he's like, you know what? Go ahead and do what you do, nigga. Go ahead and keep the party going, nigga. So, they got their hustle going on or whatever. Now, like I said, Jerika is working with homegirl. She wants her to allot some of the apartments for low-income housing, but that lady says she tired of giving handouts and vouchers and what did she say, Section 8 forms and food stamps. Like, she ain't doing no more, baby. She is not into entitlements with these broke-ass people and these poor people, honey. She is trying to cater to the rich folks. She tired. Okay, Jerika don't necessarily agree with this, but that's the client. That's what she want. And so now, she rolling with it. Now that they've gotten into the process, obviously, the neighborhood people feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? The alderman, he had something to say to her. And, Jerika was like, hey, this is my job. I'm just doing my job. Like, y'all can push. I'm not, I ain't saying I agree with it, but this is my job. This is what it is. Brandon had a situation where he didn't have any plates at the competition. He calls her, and she can't help him. So eventually, they just put it to the side because he ends up making it to the semifinals. Now, y'all don't tell me what happened in episode 5, if he did well or not. Knowing how Brandon life set up, it probably ain't work out, but hopefully it does, because at this point, he deserves it. Let's move on over. Let's go to Ronnie. So out these 3 episodes, Ronnie is trying to get out of jail because he has found out Miss Ethel, his grandmother, is in the hospital. Obviously, he wants to get out of jail. At the beginning of the season, if you remember, he was going to, go with the guilty plea, go to jail, and that was going to be it. But now he has decided to renege on the plea. He's taking the plea back. He has this new fancy lawyer, this black woman, who really has a good disdain for him. She don't even like him, but she says she's trying to make partner. And she does some shady things, because we have the storyline crossing over with Kevin where he has to testify now. And so, they go back and forth for him testifying, but he don't end up testifying, because when they came up to the court, somebody in the hallway steps out and says something to him, to the mama. I don't know what it was, and the mama grabbed him and was like, we're not going. So we're not going in. You done did enough or whatever. And so the man sat down, and the lawyer gave him some money. So this was not anybody that had anything to do with the case. This was a random ass person that she done paid money to say something ignorant to you. And, Kevin is gone. Don't know why. He told Brandon he don't know why. And Brandon was just like, well, thank you for being willing to do it, at all. Because just you being able to do it or willing to do it was enough for me. So, Brandon is like a really forgiving character. He almost too good. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Okay, I said that last season. Like, he's so good. It's almost unbelievable. The DA ends up dropping the case because they don't have enough evidence to go forward, and Kevin is not going to testify. So they decide to go ahead and drop the case. So Ronnie is free. Like, that shit never happens, but he's free. So he goes see his grandmother. He runs into Emmett's mom. I can't never remember this lady name. Y'all help me, child. Joy. I can't remember, but he runs into her, and I think they're going to put them like a love interest situation, but she's really uncomfortable around him, and she was telling him, like, how can anybody be comfortable knowing what you did, and so he feels some type of way about that, but he said he gonna make it right, he gonna do right. So then later on, he goes to go see Tracy. I think her name is Tracy, the one, the Jason's mama, because throughout this 3 episodes, we also have still a lot of flashbacks about Ronnie's life, when him and Tracy was fresh and new, and after he started drinking more and not able to find a job, and how he started having dad issues, you're not my daddy, you know what I'm saying, those type of issues. And then Tracy was like, hey, you're not acting like yourself, let's take a break. So we have those flashbacks or whatever. Before he got out of jail, he did try to call Brandon, but he didn't. When Brandon answered the phone, he hung up, because Brandon accepted the call, but he ended up hanging up or whatever. So I know that it's gonna be a climax or some type of moment when they see each other again, or he run into Kevin again, because he be at the same corner store he killed the little boy on the side of, okay? And he goes to talk to Tracy and tell her that she said some real messed up things to him, and it wasn't true. And then she just busts out crying and fall on his shoulder. You can clearly see that. I was like, either she on drugs or she's very depressed, and it turns out she's depressed. She lets him in the house. You can see the house is a mess. You can see all she do is lay down and cry. You can see that. She going through. She's so upset about all the time or everything that has been taken away from her. And she says that the girl had the baby. Y'all remember last season the girl was was pregnant. The girl had the baby. And she can't go see the baby because, you know, it's just, she just feel like that's really making her son dead or whatever. So at the end of that episode, Ronnie gets her to go to see the baby, and she's crying, but she's really happy to see the baby. And I was happy she got a chance to see the baby as well. As Ronnie is leaving that corner store buying some little groceries or whatever, this woman stops in front of him and say her son died, and, you know, just in case the boy mama he killed, you know, the boy he kills mama couldn't do it, she spit in his face. So, you know, you come to expect that he's going to get this type of reception from people in the community because of the things he did. I mean, he did it, so it is what it is. Emmett is still struggling. He's still on the struggle bus, y'all. Emmett is still trifling. He trying not to be as trifling as he is, but he's still trifling, okay? So he's still living with his daddy. One episode, he gets a little upset with his father because he see that his father is so good to the other kids. Like, he cut the little boy food. That was the moment he got up and walked out the room. And why his mama had to get the trash nigga. And, you know, these people got daddy of the year because all of him and the other baby mamas, they get along. All of them, you know, they eat together like a family. They laugh and joke and everything. And he tells him, you know, I wasn't there. I'm sorry. You know, Emmett is kind of like a product of his environment. He got a good mama, you know, which all the good parts of Emmett are from his mama. And he basically got a good daddy. He have a daddy who knew better, but just didn't do better for a long, long time, okay? And so even though, and then when he comes to live with him, his daddy coming out with all this, which is hard because as an adult, your child is an adult. So wherever they was raised, whatever happened to them, as an adult, you should be able to take care of yourself. Because it's not like he didn't have a mama who didn't take care of herself and him. You know what I mean? So I know he know how to take care of himself. And so when you come into my house, you know, these are the rules. These are how things going to go. But at the same time, the daddy have to recognize that he needs to apologize as well because he wasn't around for your child. And the reason why your child don't know how to be no man is because you ain't never teach him how to be no man. You know what I'm saying? And so Emmett is just one of those people. He just can't get it together. So he gets into it with Brandon at Sonny's because Brandon parked his truck outside of Sonny's. Tells him to leave, but while they arguing, we find out that Sonny done had a heart attack. So now Emmett is taking over to working at the at Sonny's. And I was like, okay, well maybe he'll end up, you know, taking the business, and you know, really, no, that didn't happen. He was doing okay for a minute, but then the thing caught fire, so he had some issues. Now, as far as him and the baby mama, they have went to court and mediated, you know, what the child support is gonna be, and it seemed like he's paying his child support. But the mama came in and they asked for some extra money. You know, he was like, I paid my child. Listen, when they be paying their child support, they don't want hear they don't want to hear nothing else about no shoes, no clothes, no birthday parties, baby. I gave you that check, and that's all I'm gonna give you. Tell her he gave her money, and that's all she gonna get. Go back and forth, you know, and she leave the restaurant. But later on, he feels bad, and he tells her, you know, can I come and give you the money after work? She tell him no, but he go over there anyway. She let him in, and the baby ain't there. I was like, and they started arguing, and they end up screwing. I said, well, as it goes. After that, you know, he asked her, after the Sonny's had burned up in the kitchen, he asked her, you know, can I get a little deal with you going, you know, somewhere I could get a little relief? I don't have a job. And she tells him, you know, she really gets to him about how it's hard to raise them damn kids. I know she have attitude all the time because she got a child to take care of. So she working to take care of the child and picking up all his slack. Because my dad had to pay child support, but y'all, it was like $200. He ain't make no money. So it was like maybe $100 something, $200 a month. And the thing is, $200 don't go far. That's like groceries, especially if you have a boy. Okay, that's one. The boys like y'all. When men be going through hard times, like, we get it, but it's just like somebody have to be there to pick up your slack. The baby got to eat every day. Lights got to be on every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things have to be there every day. And if you're not there every day, you don't understand how far the little piece of money you giving is going. I'm not saying you should always say extra, but if the baby mama or if y'all have a good relationship and the baby mama is asking you for extra money, then she probably need that extra money. It's not, I mean, I'm sure there's some women out there who just taking the money just to take it, child, and get their hair done. But the majority of women that's a good woman, that's a decent woman, is not going to be poaching no man for their money. They're going to ask for money that they need. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's for people to argue about they had kids. I ain't got no kids. He ended up screwing the baby mama. He's working with Amir, too, homeboy Simon. You know, from How to Get Away with Murder. They selling weave now, which is very smart. which is very smart. Okay, selling weed to anybody who would like to purchase them some weed. You know, Amir got the hookup. So he ended up, like I said, selling that out of Brandon's truck. But Brandon realized he was making some money, even though he might lose his license, messing around with dumbass Emmett, which, child, the way they life set up. But they work it out for that one day, you know, whatever. And so he making his money. So now we got Emmett. Okay, his father went to go see the mama. So the mama basically was like, okay, what you want to talk about? He basically told her, I need you to run me back my child support since Emmett is staying in my house. Nigga, you done lost your... First of all, Emmett is a grown man. And then he tried to throw, well, I wasn't there, so you was. So, you know, who the one who ain't raised him right? Really? Really? You gonna throw something in her face when you didn't raise him at all, sir? You didn't raise him at all. So, listen... She told him, get out my house and don't bring your ass back over here, okay? And so I would have told him the same thing. Get them out of my house. Don't come back over here with that bug because I raised him like you. I cannot. Emmett is, whoo, child. He is a case, like he is a perfect poster child for trifling people, okay? Period. Not men, women, whatever. Like I said on the last time, way back when, it's a whole lot of people like Emmett. It's a whole lot of people. More people like him that's murderers, killers, criminals, drug dealers, is trifling. Can't get their life together. Don't know what they like to do. I personally could sit here and tell you that Emmett is a very talented businessman. When he went up to Brandon's truck and said, you ain't got no Instagram, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. That was like 4 things he named. That was like 4 things. There was like 4 things he named that would help Brandon get his business out and get him more widely known in the city, you know, for having great tacos. But he's not utilizing that. He's a great salesperson. He got a great mouthpiece. He a hustler. He a businessman. You know what I mean? He could really make that happen for him. But he's so focused on BS. Emmett just cannot get it together. And I promise the guy, he done made a baby with that he done made a baby again with that girl. Because I didn't see no condoms being put on. Okay? It wasn't no condoms being put on. Baby. Looked like they was done and they just laid on top of each other. So I'm assuming that it's going to be another baby on the way pretty soon, knowing Emmett with his dumb ass. Oh, God, he's so dumb. Pray for him. With the kids, yes. So the kids are my favorite part of this whole show. First of all, that young man that plays Kevin is a very talented actor, and he's so handsome. He's just so cute with his chocolate self. He's very cute. Papa, I live for Papa, and Jake is look like a 21-year-old. Jake look like he too damn old. I seen Jake in the club last weekend because that nigga old. He grown as hell. Jake basically over the 3 episodes, he's going more and more into the gang life. He know it's stupid. He know it's dumb. He know, you know, people be getting shot all the time, but he say he with it, and he just be ready to fight everybody. Like, it don't even make no sense. Somebody stepped on his toe. First of all, calm down, sir. Doing too much. Okay? He doing way too much. And they tell him this several times throughout the 3 episodes. Even his own brother telling him, listen, I don't need DPS up here no more. I need for you to handle your books. Go up there, take them pictures, do what the hell you supposed to do. And you can see that Jake is going to go do something stupid. I could already tell you he going to do something stupid. Okay, and he's going to get hurt, killed, or whatever because he's too busy trying to be hard and be a gangster. So he got into it with a little fight with another little boy brother that Reggie done did something to, child. I don't know who them children is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be some problems, you know, that come up later because Jake be doing too much. He a little gangster. He just a little sawed off knucklehead, okay? Kevin and his little girlfriend, Maisha, they getting along real cute. He be at her house every day. I feel bad for her because her mama got a whole bunch of kids, and she helping take care of all the kids, so she haven't been in school like she should be. And you know, they developing a friendship, and he like her, and he see her for more than just, you know, being the fat girl in class. Like, she looked really cute, honey. She had her fairy dust when she came in for pictures. I was like, you better do this shit. Papa came up in there looking like Biggie Smalls, okay? Biggie Smalls from Brooklyn, and he from Brooklyn. I'm like, is he from Brooklyn, child? Where he from, y'all? He came up in there looking good. I said, boy, you better walk. Walk, boo. Another thing, Kevin's sister told him that dad was coming in town and, you know, asked him if he wanted to go to dinner. So apparently Kevin feels some way about his daddy. They've never said nothing about the daddy like the entire season. So this is the first time we even heard of the daddy. He didn't want to go. And at the end of the last episode, she tells him that the dad had a heart attack and he died. So I'm sure Kevin been going through. Child, Kevin done shot somebody. Kevin been going through, okay? He gonna need more therapy after this. Angie, so The cop, and she's kind of looking at Reggie and them. She took some pictures of Brandon with Reggie because somebody in the neighborhood had died. And so, Brandon made some food, and Reggie was like, hey, yo, that was nice. You know what I'm saying? That was cool that you did that. And so, they had a moment, but the police officer saw him, so she took a picture. But, Brandon don't be doing shit. So I'm not even worried about, like, the storyline they be trying to introduce with that is that he did something, or, the cops gonna think. But Brandon is a straight-laced dude. He don't be doing nothing. You know what I mean? He don't be doing nothing. Now, if they find that gun in that truck, and that gun killed, who did that gun kill, y'all? That gun killed Jason? Was that the gun that killed Jason? Or the gun that killed Coogie? One of them, that gun. Now, that's going to be a problem. He pulled it out when Emmett came up to that truck. And so, I'm assuming they showing us that for a reason. And it touched on at the first episode, too, when he gave him back the gun, when stepdaddy gave him back the gun. We also found out that Brandon mama ain't coming back. So I think that lady probably got the job on another TV show. But she said she ain't coming back. She can't be there because of Coogie gone and all the bad memories or whatever. They act like they don't even care on the show. And that's the husband. He act like he don't care either. I was just like, okay, well, I guess we just gonna move on then. Reggie and the high dude, his name is Duda, I think. And he also owns a pizza place and it sponsored Picture Day, child. Listen, these hood gangsters, entrepreneurs, philanthropists be throwing me off, okay? How you gonna sponsor Picture Day for the kids and tell them, go to school and do well in your future and then sell them dope or have them selling dope later on? Child, I don't know. But he done elevated Reggie to, he is definitely the leader of the clique. His delivery is due on the 1st of the month. He real scary looking. If you see him on the street, he don't know him. And then he was upset. So we find out at the end that Reggie was responsible for the home invasion on Miss Ethel. He didn't even know that was Miss Ethel's house, child. The people had went in, and he sent some outside dudes to do it. And he was like, and then they tried. Well, the police came up to him, was like, we need information on that, and they arrested one of his captains or something like that. So, he sent a little boy in to pretend to lie, but that little boy was lying, and they knew he was lying. So we find out, like I said, when he go talk to the head dude, is pissed because he's like, that's your problem. You don't understand the difference between somebody trying to hurt somebody or scare somebody and then send somebody to the hospital because the story is nice in the news. So now they investigating it for real. So he was like, he pissed off. He didn't tell him to soldier up, nigga, because this on. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing somebody gonna be dead. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. This season, I feel like it's really good. I'm glad that, I guess when I thought I was going to watch this, because people talk about violence in Chicago so much, that I was glad that it wasn't so filled with violence, that it has the kids for the lighter moments. And even though one of the kids is going through some heavy things, it's not like all the kids are always in these horrible situations. Like, they do have joy. They do have happiness. They do have good times. They live like kids. Even the adults have some funny moments, some funny times. Even the drug dealers, even Reggie. I don't like Reggie, but I like the fact that he care about his brother and really don't want his brother to be in this gang shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, he don't want him to be doing all of that for real. When he said to Jake, you need to hit them books because I ain't going to jail for nobody, or I ain't dying for nothing. That lets you know, like, I don't really want you to do this. I'm doing this so that we can have a better life, so we can be better off, and our mama ain't around. So Reggie is taking care of his brother too. Like, the only way he know how, they mama a crackhead. You know what I mean? So, and him and Jake and Kevin talked about that too, about how Jake, if he said he wouldn't even know his mama if she came to the front door. So I feel bad for Jake because they just trying to make their way the best they can, y'all. So overall, I really like this season. I'm gonna watch this next episode and maybe I'll make another video. I'm sorry I haven't been on the videos, y'all. I've been redecorating my apartment. If y'all haven't noticed all these, if you follow me on Instagram, come and follow me on Instagram at watchdawnofa, and you'll see all the things I've done to my bedroom. I'm almost finished with my bedroom. I still got a couple more things to get in my living room, but my birthday coming up, so I'm gonna postpone that to June. Okay, we'll do that in the summertime. But in my bedroom, it's full glam. I did a big flower wall. I did a lot of stuff. I upholstered a bench. Like, I made a lot of glam mirrors. I got a lot of DIY cheap ways to get things, okay? So I just want to let y'all know, follow me on Instagram at watchdawnofa, and I posted a couple things on YouTube or whatever, some videos on YouTube, my DIY videos. So if you're new to my channel, I do all types of videos. I do mainly reviews, commentary, social media commentary, pop culture commentary, reviews, but I also do hair videos every once in a blue moon. I don't change my hair that much anymore, so I don't really do them as much as I used to, but I do lifestyle vlogs, When I go on vacations, I do vlogs. When I do shows, I give you behind the scenes, and I also do DIYs. I'm a woman of many talents. I like to share. I just like to share, basically, y'all. When I do something that's interesting or cool, that's on a budget. I'm a teacher. I don't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? So all the things in my room are homemade, or I got them on a budget, or I worked the deal some kind of way. So I like to share things like that with other people, so that you can get a discount, and you know, you can learn how to be creative and reuse some of the things that you have already. You ain't got to go out and spend a whole bunch of money on Amazon. Some things I did purchase, and when I purchased when I got paid, I purchased. And when I got paid, I purchased something else. I planned these things out. I pulled them all into 17,000 carts on the internet, and then I go through and look for which is the cheapest and what deal I'm gonna get. You know what I mean? So I do all those different things. So check that out if you have a chance. So let me know your thoughts on the Shy this season so far. Yeah, and let me know how y'all doing. Just holler at me in the comments. Just say hey if you come by to watch the video. All right? So I'll holler at y'all next week. Y'all stay blessed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like that video. Go ahead and subscribe. You stay here the whole 27 minutes. The whole 28 minutes is going to get edited down. It'll be shorter than that. But y'all know what I'm saying. All right, I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.